Hey everyone, this is Rabbit Explorer Animation Bliss, and welcome to another anime discussion series. So today's anime discussion is going to be on what are your pet peeves of animation? And before I get into this topic video, I would like to let everybody know that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It could be Sunday night, Sunday evening, or Sunday morning, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see a video being posted during the week, it must mean that there was a bit of anime and news that was released during the week that we wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos, but new videos will be posted up every Sunday. So now let's get into this topic video. What are some of your pet peeves in animation? So what are some things in animation that kind of annoys you a bit? Well, for me personally, my major one is bad animation. Like if you have it set up with the characters' eyes are like misplaced, like it ends up on their foreheads or ends up in the mouths or something like that. Now I get a little annoyed with that because it distracts me from the story that the animation is trying to tell, and I'm too busy worrying about, oh well, why are the eyes on that person's forehead, or why are they in that mouth, why are there facial expressions like misplaced all over the face. And that would be all I'll be thinking about throughout the whole show instead of thinking about the story that's being told. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves is bad animation in general. Another pet peeve I have about animations when they get the voice actors wrong. Like, say, like there's this character who's supposed to have this deep, booming voice, and all of a sudden they sound high pitched, and then the other character who's supposed to sound high pitched sounds deep. Has the deep booming voice, and you're wondering to yourself, well, wait a minute, didn't this one character have a deep booming voice? Why is this character suddenly sounding so high pitched all of a sudden? So there are times where the voice work gets mixed up throughout the animation. That gets on my nerves also because, again, it distracts me from the story because I'll be wondering to myself, well, why did this character sound so high pitched all of a sudden when this character's always sound like has a deep booming voice most of the time. So it kind of makes me think about, aren't y'all like paying attention to like who's voicing who with these characters and why that one voice ended up on a different character. So, that's one of my biggest pet peeves with animation. And then the last pet peeve I have with animation is costs. Like, I am a bit annoyed that some animations are a bit expensive to make, especially the animations that like combine two different animation styles. Like you might have one animation that combines stop motion animation with traditional animation, and then there's the worry about the costs it makes to do that type of animation. So you don't see these two different animations combined too often in these shows because of the cost, and that gets on my nerves a bit because I think it limits like what people can do with animation. Like, um, they wanted to have like this big battle scene that's like lavishly animated, but they found out they can't do it because of the cost. It prevents that animation from being able to do that big battle scene because they're worried about the cost. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves also is because it's the cost of animation and how it would affect the creativity that's being put into the animation. So those are my pet peeves about animation. And tell me in the comments below, what are some of your pet peeves about animation? Please feel free to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated and new videos post up. And also like our Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's Blog Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.